Getting your point across in an increasingly noisy world is really hard. People are bombarded with information all day, and the human brain is wired to ignore a lot of that information as a means of survival. Your brain just can only process so much information. So how do you break through the noise to get your points across? Stories. Effective storytelling is a proven way to make sure your message is heard and understood, because everyone can relate to a great story. My name is Greg Anderson, and I lead North American sales at W&S Denali. Today, I'm providing some tips to help procurement pros tell better stories and win over your most important stakeholders. These tips are the 5 elements of a proven storytelling formula. I'll present the tips, and then I'll tie it all together with a specific example to make it real for you. The first tip is the hero is them, not you. Every good story has a hero. Make someone that you've helped in the past be the hero of your story, not you or your teams. Your part in the story is very important. It's a supporting role. You're the guide, you're the advisor who listens and makes thoughtful recommendations. But you need the hero to be someone else. This is really important as you want the listener to be drawn in and see themselves as the hero in their story as it comes to life. Second tip, explain the problem. Every good story, the hero has a challenge to overcome or a problem to solve. Otherwise, they're not a hero. Explain the problem in your story clearly and concisely, not too detailed. Get to it and make sure they understand. Then the third tip is to provide a simple plan. And this is where you step up in the story and explain what you or your team did in terms of recommendations to help the hero overcome their challenge. Here, it's really important that you keep this plan simple or risk losing the attention of your audience. Don't provide a whole lot of detail. I'd keep it to 3 points or less, okay? Very important. Fourth tip, you want to call people to action. Once you've explained what the plan is, next you have to describe how were people mobilized to execute the plan? How did they actually go execute the work, right? Plan looked great on paper, but how did it work in practice? Who was involved? How did they get activated? So you want to be sure to explain that. And then the fifth tip is to remind people what's at stake, right? The stakes are very important. And it's important to communicate those because people need to understand, what's at stake in the story and what are the consequences of failure. What if you aren't successful, right? Adds drama to the story, and it also helps the listener understand the motivation that pushed the people in the story to overcome any obstacles that they encountered along the way. So that's the 5 elements of a story. Now I'm going to provide a specific example for you that sort of hits on all of those and brings it home to illustrate the points, okay? So earlier this year, the Chief Information Officer called me into her office for a meeting with 0 advance notice. I had no idea what was going wrong. Turns out our company's order entry system was crashing, and field service reps were not able to log their customer orders. Now, the Chief Operating Officer was not happy as we were losing out on some revenue, and all along IT had been planning to replace this system next year, but clearly we needed to move up the timetable. So my team got together with the CIO's team and recommended a very simple plan. First, let's complete the requirements for a cloud-based system. We've been working on those already with sales, but let's accelerate that and get those completed. Second, we're going to engage a short list of suppliers. We're going to keep this tight because time is of the essence. And third, we're going to select the technology and begin the implementation within 1 month. So, had the plan, we put together a cross-functional team, IT, sales, and procurement, and mobilized that team quickly and got them the sponsorship they needed to execute that plan as quickly as possible. Now, there were roadblocks along the way. I'm not saying it was easy, but whenever we hit those roadblocks, we reminded everybody that we were fast approaching our busiest season of the year, and without a new system, our revenue was going to be at risk. Happy to report the new system was set up and running in time for our busiest season. And a bonus here, the new system had an enhanced mobile interface that increased field sales productivity and resulted in 15% greater sales per rep. The chief operating officer was delighted with the revenue boost and the way that we fixed this problem with the CIO. The CIO was recognized for her rapid action and contributions to a record quarter. What a great story. So listen, when you tell stories like that, you can capture the attention of your audience and they'll remember that. And soon they'll want to work with you to be the hero in their own story. If you'd like a storytelling guidebook, we're making one available to you for free. See that in the link. There's a link in the comments below where you can download that. And I want to wish you a great day and thank you for listening today. Good luck with telling better stories out there, everybody. Take care.